Hi guys, this is Mario Kart. I'm just gonna be doing a little quick video on DigitalGirl and modding it. Obviously, sticking a game character into the game like I always do. But yeah, this is just a little poser application. Meaning you can pop in a character and pose it and whatever, take a screenshot, right? It's actually made by Digital Town, but it has a lot of the, or only has illusion characters in it. Probably the key favorites of the time. If you haven't heard of Illusion, it's just a game company, and they make a lot of games. And anyway, so yeah, this video is just going to be showing you how to take a character that already exists in DigitalGirl and replace it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. The good thing about DigitalGirl is that you can actually keep adding on to it, and I think that's pretty cool. I actually wanted to do a little thing where you just keep adding more illusion characters to it because I thought that was fun, but this thing's very dated, like 2008, and the site actually closed down, I think, at the beginning of 2009. You can't actually buy this anymore or download it, but some guys uploaded it to Mega Upload. I put the link here. I'll probably replace it with my own version because I've translated mine and I've added more characters to it, so I'll probably put my own upload. But anyway, what else can I say? That's it. So yeah, this is the game. We'll be modding it, and this video is just to kind of archive that. Like I said, it's dated. I think there's a new game called Character Collect or something like that. The successor to this program. I hope it's as mod friendly as this one is. Otherwise, that would really suck. But anyway, the new one, Character Collect or whatever, I believe it deals with animations, physics, and your desktop, which is pretty sweet. But yeah, for this one, I just want to archive what I know before I forget it all. That way, it's kind of cast in stone. Anyone who wants to go back and figure out what I did. So yeah, that's what this is about. Just another modding video. Okay. So what we're going to do is start with the model. We're going to pick this one. What's her name? Azo from Fatal Frame 4. And we're going to stick that into here. Okay. First off, just going to go over quickly about DigiTown's file structure. Basically, this is the root folder, but I have a bunch of junk in it. You'll have a folder called Data. Inside Data, you have these other subfolders. The one that is called Object is actually holding all the model resources, and they're actually held individually in these things called PPs, which are probably stand for package or something. But anyway, yeah. So the items, obviously, you have your characters in here, yada 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 yada. But before that, in this folder, you'll notice these little thing called SFDs. These are actually just little config files or little information files that when the game boots up, it reads through this list here. Anything it finds, it loads. So you need to create one of these so that your resource package actually loads. So what we're going to be doing is actually copying an existing character and modify the config file or the info file, and then replace the resource file. Well, that's the simplest way to do it anyway, instead of creating it from scratch. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a copy of Rin, which is actually the default character and the poser. I believe the girl is called Azo. The girl that I'm replacing. Yeah, we'll just call it Azo anyway. So yeah. Oh, before I do that, you have to figure out which free slot you can use. These numbers here, obviously 0, 2, 1, blah, 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 blah. Think of these as like slots, and you have to plug in something into it. Okay, you can't have two plugs in the same socket. Basically, you have to find a free slot or a number or whatever. You can go from anywhere from 0 to 99, and you can actually use characters as well, or letters, right? So yeah. I jumped over the M and just random stuff, but we'll just what was the last one I checked off from, or left off from? E, so we'll go MF. Okay, so we're gonna stick it on the MF slot. Oops. Come on. MF underscore Azo. Okay. I believe you have to keep everything with no spaces. Okay, so use underscores. Alright. Okay, this has to be convert it to a text file, use DigiDecrypt, and it'll spit out a decrypt file. Double click on that, or open it with Notepad, sorry. Okay, so this is the info file, config file that the game's going to read when it picks up the files in this folder. What we need to change is, I don't know if this matters. Actually, I don't think that matters. But anyway, this is the name that it's going to see when it loads up. We'll just call it, yeah, there's our name. I knew I copied the clipboard. Yeah, okay. Here's a blah blah blah. Fatal frame. Yeah, it's probably longer than I want, but anyway. Okay, this stuff we also need to change. This is going to be the resources it's going to be looking for. I'm using the slot MF, so replace anything that says O1 with an MF. And actually, it's going to be looking for items, maps, and characters. The C stands for characters, M stands for maps, and I stands for items. If you don't want to pack items, then delete the items cryptor, whatever you want to call it. We're not going to pack maps, so we're not going to have that in there either. This says at DMDT. I'm not sure what that means. The at sign just means, I don't even, I think that means another description. Anyway, I don't really remember. Alright, save that, close that, and toss it back onto DigiDecrypt, and it'll re-encrypt it. Let's try that again. Yeah, so yeah, I created a new one. Good, okay. Okay, so that's the info file. So now when we boot up the game, it's going to find the info file, and that info file is going to say, look for the MF resource in your object folder. So now we have to actually create a resource package. Where's Rin? Where's Rin? Where's Rin? Where's Rin? Okay, so there's Rin. We're gonna copy that, and we're gonna name that to Azo. Okay. This is indexed or local. It just disappeared. I friggin' hate Windows 7. Okay, here it is. Okay, so based on the name here, Rin, Jinko, blah 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 blah. So the game reads the characters, the number slot, or the game reads the. Okay, let me rephrase that. The game ignores the first three characters. Character, you know what I mean, like letters, whatever. So it reads this, and it's gonna look for that package. Okay. So we called our thing Azo, right? So that's what you name this, okay? You can't name it Hello Kitty, because then it won't pick it up, okay? It has to be in relation to your index, your info file. Ours was called MF underscore Azo, right? But I said the first three characters are ignored, so just type in Azo. I don't remember if I put a capital or not. I don't think it matters. Okay. So we're just going to pass that through DigiDecrypt, and it'll make a folder. Yeah, here it is. Alright, so there's the character package. It's got some icons for what's in there, and yada yada yada. So what we're going to do is just clean this thing up. Like I said, anything that starts with an M you don't want, because those are maps. Maps. Goodbye, maps. Okay, goodbye. Items you don't want. Goodbye. Okay. And this is all character stuff. But there's actually two characters in here. Or not two characters, but how the characters work in the game is that you make a model head file, and then you make character bodies. So that way you have a single head and then just bodies. I really don't like it that way, but that's how the game works. So the one that says H is actually the head. The rest are bodies, and it actually packs two bodies. Her bikini one and her casual clothes ones. I really don't care about the other one, so I'm just gonna get rid of it. So that would be anything that says 2. Okay, so that's that. I still have the head. The x-axis is actually the model, so that's the head. That's the head, and that's the body. Body of 1. We're gonna keep that. That's for facial animation, and these two I forget. Just open a notepad and we'll drag these two in. Okay, so that's for items, and this is for the character too. Okay, so we can delete that because it has nothing to do with the character. But this file, it says something about the character, so we're going to change. Why does it say COA1? Anyway, we're using the MF slot, so we have to change all the text files to MF. This one you can open with a notepad. I don't know why they encrypted it like that, but anyway, I just use WinHex here. If it loads up. The information isn't actually encrypted, but it's written in binary instead of text. So we have to use a hex editor for editing it. Oh, it's taking a long time. Okay, we'll just edit the icon file so you can recognize your edit. Okay, now I got lost. Alright, so we'll just pop that in there. Alright. So I usually just go and gray the darn thing out. And then in white, I write the mod name. I don't even know her name. It's Azo. Okay. Okay, so when I'm scrolling through my previews, I can figure out which is my mod. Okay, so yeah, I've got an icon. I have to replace this last text file. You have to use a hex editor for this stupid thing. Alright, so first we're going to do is flip all the bytes, invert bytes. I think you can also do it with XORing, but anyway, because yeah, if you XOR it by what, FF, what do you get? Yeah, XOR, if you XOR by FF, it's the same thing as inverting. And I think every hex editor supports XOR. But yeah, invert bit and whatever is the same. Anyway, as you notice, when I flipped it or XORed it by FF, oh my god, it's mini. You notice that there's actually some legible English in there. You can see it says C01_01. This is actually the text reference we need to change, so I'm going to change it to MF, and there's another occurrence here, MF, and then we're just going to flip everything around again and save. I don't know why they did it that way. They could have did it perfectly fine through a text file, but they made it complicated. Don't know why. Alright, so we've replaced the two text files here. I already mentioned the XX is actually the model. The XL is for lighting. The XA is for animation. It also contains morph targets for facial animation. The PST thing was the second text file, which is kind of like encrypted. I don't know, but yeah, so that's done. And then your BMP is just your preview file, which is going to be shown in the program when you're looking for your model. So yeah, that's it. That's everything's kind of just cropped and cut off, and we just have the character now. And so what we're going to do is just test that package. Oops, I forgot the most important thing. Oh my god. We have to rename all the files. Oh, disappeared. Alright, there's an easy way to do this, which isn't too hard. I just make a text file and then just go rename star asterisk, and then go actually you go C01 asterisk dot asterisk, yeah. And then oops, and then just replace that with whatever the heck you're gonna be using, which is MF, and then I think that's it. Save, close. Hopefully if you have extensions enabled, you can just type BAT in there and they'll turn into a BAT program. Then just double click. Bam, done. Okay. Great. Okay, so that's not too difficult. We're just gonna double check this is correct. Yep. And this one just stays the same. Okay. That's why I like cutting off all the fat, getting rid of the items and the map files and all that junk, because then you're only left with like